There isn't a correct way to put the Challenger disaster into words, at least not in any way that comes close to representing the sorrow felt by millions across the globe on that day and for years to come. The crew of the Challenger represented the best of what humanity has to offer, but did you know, in yet another tragic turn, Big Bird was almost a member of the crew? On January 28, 1986, Space Shuttle Challenger broke apart just 73 seconds into its flight, killing all 7 crew members, which consisted of 5 NASA astronauts and 2 payload specialists. Though the spacecraft essentially disintegrated over the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Cape Canaveral, Florida, the crew's cause of death cannot be positively determined, and evidence suggests that at least some of the Challenger's crew, if not all, were conscious as the shuttle's cabin plummeted into the ocean at 207 miles per hour. The disintegration of the space shuttle began after a joint in its right solid rocket booster failed at liftoff. The seals used in the joint were not designed to handle the unusually cold conditions that were present during the Challenger's launch, which allowed pressurized gas from within the rocket motor to escape. Though many conspiracy theories and half-truths have permeated the zeitgeist in the decades following the disaster, one of those whisperings has been proven true. NASA has confirmed reports that space officials discussed putting Big Bird on the Space Shuttle Challenger as a part of the Spaceflight Participant Program, which was a program where NASA aimed to bring, quote, select teachers, journalists, artists, and others aboard spaceflight missions to bring their unique perspective to the human spaceflight experience as a passenger on the space shuttle. Specifically, the offer would have been made to Caroll Spinney, Big Bird's original and beloved puppeteer. In an article originally published by The Guardian, Spinney said of the mission, "I once got a letter from NASA asking if I would be willing to join a mission to orbit the Earth as Big Bird to encourage kids to get interested in space. There wasn't enough room for the puppet in the end, and I was replaced by a teacher." Reading between the lines, the plan, in theory, seems to be that the Big Bird suit would have been stowed away as cargo during launch, and Caroll Spinney would at some point during the mission put it on and slip into his most famous character for various photo ops and videos of Big Bird in space, which would have undoubtedly brought joy and inspiration to millions of children across the globe. The teacher, which Spinney claims replaced him on the mission, was of course New Hampshire high school teacher Christa McAuliffe, who went through months of training to fly on Challenger as part of the Teacher in Space project. Though details are scarce, NASA has also addressed the rumored Big Bird spaceflight, saying, quote, "A review of past documentation shows there were initial conversations with Sesame Street regarding their potential participation on a Challenger flight, but that plan was never approved." NASA went on to state that the talks with Sesame Street involved the Big Bird character, as well as his teddy bear, Radar. Although it never came to fruition, and Big Bird has never flown to outer space, NASA and Sesame Street continue to work together on projects aimed at getting young students involved in science, technology, and mathematics. Though he missed his opportunity to orbit the Earth, Caroll Spinney later recalled watching the Challenger launch through his eyes, the eyes of a man who was nearly on board. "We took a break from filming to watch takeoff," he said. "We all saw the ship blow apart, and we just stood there crying." Commander Francis R. Scobie, pilot Michael J. Smith, Mission Specialist Ronald McNair, Mission Specialist Ellison Onizuka, Mission Specialist Judith Resnick, Payload Specialist Gregory Jarvis, and Payload Specialist and teacher Christa McAuliffe lost their lives in the pursuit of expanding man's horizons. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more of history's weirdness that you won't find in your textbooks. All those textbooks that you had to give back. No one has their textbooks anymore, right? I don't have mine. Anyway, there's this video here, there's this one here, there's more stuff here, there's more good stuff. If you liked it, stick around.